Hey guys, welcome to the Liberal Hive Mind, a channel solely focused on exposing the abundant hypocrisy of the left. And of course, here's your meme of the day, brought to you by 5mind.com. You know, I feel as you get older and you get wiser, continue to pay more and more taxes, and as you start to learn how much misappropriation there is with the use of your taxes, how inefficiently the dollars are used, the amount of corruption, the amount of bloat, well, you slowly start to take the red pill, and then you see it, and once you see it, you can no longer unsee it. You notice that Democrats corrupt every single thing that they touch. And I'm not approaching this with the whole, both sides, both sides are bad, Republicans, they do the same thing, but in a different kind of way. No, I'm not saying that. I'm talking about the Democrats and the permanent sludge trail that they leave behind them, a viscous stew of corruption, embezzlement, the waste, the schemes, the games. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. It's not a, both sides thing. The Democrats are always up to no good. And now with a lot of it coming to light with what's going on with the fraud case in Minnesota, well, we might as well tread a little bit deeper down the rabbit hole, especially as President Trump is now calling for a full-blown investigation into the Act Blue organization. Yeah, things are getting quite interesting. Let's go ahead and talk about it. We got some stuff to get into. So let's roll the tape. All right, folks, so we've got a little bit of an interesting development here. Take a look.
President Trump is directing the Justice Department to investigate Act Blue. This is a Democratic donation platform, and the focus as the allegations about illegal straw donors and foreign contributions.
This is a big development. The White House is directing the Attorney General to investigate the Democratic Party's top fundraising platform. It's called Act Blue, and the president says he wants to know if foreign money is being donated to the group and then utilized to sway elections. Democrats are calling this probe a dangerous abuse of power. Act Blue is an enormous operation in Democratic politics. It's raised more than $16 billion since 2004. You may have seen the text pop up from candidates saying, please donate, go to the Act Blue website. Republicans use something similar called Win Red. There was a new memo signed on Thursday directing the Attorney General to investigate if foreign nationals are using the Act Blue platform to bypass campaign finance laws. Trump wants a report out in 6 months.
President Trump has ordered the DOJ to do a full-blown investigation into online fundraising and specifically the Act Blue universe. And of course, this probably now has Democrats losing their damn minds because, well, behind the Act Blue curtain likely lies quite a few skeletons. I don't think it's just going to be a matter of, a few bad donations here and there, but rather probably an exposing of the entire Democrat machine. Now you risk exposing the NGOs, the foreign money, the scam charities, the Somali community organizations, all piping cash directly into frickin' Act Blue. This platform has been a giant walking red flag in the political space for a very long time now. I mean, look at the history with this stuff. First off, the sick games that Democrats play. They'll take a situation like George Floyd, for instance, drum up all this activism by all their nonprofits across the country, and then during that activism frenzy, they're linking all kinds of Act Blue donations everywhere, collecting all kinds of unsuspecting donations as if the money's going to fight for George Floyd's cause, whatever the hell that is. But really, you're donating to friggin' Adam Schiff, who doesn't even live in the district that he's representing. You're donating him so that he could keep his seat in order to continue pushing malicious conspiracy theories against President Trump and any Republican that stands in the way of the DNC. The whole thing's absolutely absurd. None of that money actually went back to help black neighborhoods. We saw the same thing happen during the California wildfires as Elizabeth Warren stuck her little Act Blue donation link during that whole frenzy. And it gets even worse when you start hearing the reports that people's identities are apparently being stolen and showing up on Act Blue's donor rolls.
So I'm about to go to Randy Best's house, introduce myself, and just ask them straight up if they contributed to Jasmine's campaign, if they contributed that amount, and why they like her so much, because I might be able to learn a little bit of something while I'm up here. It's very peculiar that somebody up here would give that much money to a candidate. Maybe they have a special connection to the district. Let's go find out. I'm Attorney Sheldon Daniels.
Okay.
Is there a Randy Best who lives here?
That's my husband.
I just want to verify, are you guys aware that you were charged over $16,000 last year? Yeah.
What?
I have a list of charges. I'm just here to verify that you guys know about this. $16,240 in political contributions to a candidate named Jasmine Crockett. Does your husband remember that at all?
I don't know. He's on the road on on his way to Colorado.
It says here that he's not employed. Is he employed now?
No, we're retired.
I can leave this with you if you want. It's got your information on it.
Yeah, you can just leave it on the table.
Yes, ma'am. You mind if I take a picture?
Go ahead.
All right, thank you. She said that they had no idea what these charges were, and they had no idea that they were charged $16,000 or that they are responsible for $16,000 in political contributions to Jasmine Crockett. Yet she has them listed as political contributors.
We've seen all kinds of investigations here where old retired people's identities were used to make like 400 micro donations. And so it really makes you wonder, with all the money the Democrats are spending, I mean, they spent up to $2 billion on Kamala Harris's little, 3-month campaign blitz, $300 million on the No Kings protest just the other month. It makes you wonder where this money is coming from, because the numbers are just astronomical. And I think at the core of it, of course, is Act Blue. And now we put that with the latest Minnesota revelation, multi-billion-dollar fraud schemes happening there under Democrat watch. Or then again, you even widen the horizon even further, and you see something like this, an Obama-era official now getting indicted for apparently agreeing to launder $12 million for some Mexican cartel.
A high-ranking Obama DEA official was just indicted for trying to help the cartel. Paul Campo conspired, allegedly, to launder up to $12 million in drug trafficking proceeds. Campo and an associate by the name of Robert Sensi are accused in the scheme of converting cash into cryptocurrency to buy 220 kilos of coke, worth about $5 million on the street, and then attempting to launder even more money, almost $750,000 from other drug sales for the Jalisco New Generation cartel. These two gentlemen have been charged with narco-terrorism conspiracy, conspiracy to distribute narcotics, and, as you can well imagine, also with money laundering conspiracy. Campo has pleaded not guilty, and he is in custody tonight.
And so with all of this, you ask yourself, is there cartel money? Is there taxpayer dollars that are being fraudulently obtained and then siphoned back into Act Blue through an entire ghost network of people's identities from the system, taking tens of thousands of grandmas and grandpas across the country and having them all make these subtle little donations to Act Blue links on a relatively consistent basis? I don't know, but one thing I know is that everywhere I look, there's Democrats involved. Something frickin' stinks almost every time. The entire ecosystem, the whole web of NGOs, and foreign networks, all these taxpayer dollars, and then really nothing to show for it. You know, you look at California, $24 billion spent on homelessness over the last 20 years or so. Where did that money even go? And then you look at how Democrats do everything in their power to enable drug use, drug dependence, open air use, open air drug markets, not to mention illegal immigration. You see how their policy is constantly beneficial to the organized crime networks across the globe. And so it makes you wonder there, you know, with an Obama official taking 12 million frickin' bucks, agreeing to launder all that money, are they being paid off to support policies that are beneficial to the cartels? You got Trump fighting fentanyl precursors and blowing up cocaine boats in the Caribbean Sea, and they're telling you he's a war criminal when what they should be doing is thanking him for his frickin' leadership. Makes you wonder how they're always in defense of these multinational criminal organizations. Yeah, well, maybe it's because Pablo frickin' Escobar himself is the one donating to Act Blue. I don't know, but honestly, I'll tell you, at this point, none of it would surprise me. This is the Democrat machine as we know it. All kinds of virtue signaling and finger wagging and preaching nonsense and talking about the law and the Constitution. And then all of that, of course, backed with the most unconstitutional, the most illegal, the most depraved behavior imaginable. I guess final parting words. Let's crack that Act Blue shell wide open, shall we? Let's see what's really going on inside. Anyways, that's what I got for you guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.